I've been putting this off for a while, but I finally got the bracket made for my power steering reservoir on the Freightliner. See, I made it out of some nice thick tubing here. What it was made out of was this janky um, piece of flimsy thin steel that they had here, and of course it was all dinged up, and this part was broke off over here, and it wasn't mounted very securely. So what I did is I kind of reinvented the wheel once again. Um, but there's two studs here sticking out, which are intake manifold bolts. Actually, it's just a stud on the other side of this bolt. And grab this guy right here, dug into my old Ford parts, found a 5/16 Ford fastener. It's a little bit longer than the one that was in there, so I can compensate for that. And that bracket, those three holes in that bracket are going to line up with that. And then the upper part goes here, and then the cross part goes across here. And then one of these band clamps will go around it. And this band clamp right here will secure it. And then we'll have a power steering reservoir mount. But we also have to run the Truck Pro and get a filter for the power steering reservoir. But that's going to mount on there like that. On the back of here, drum roll please, we have an added bonus. I dare not touch this thing because I just finished wailing on it here with the old TIG torch. On the back side, if you look closely here, there's some 3/8 24 weld nuts on the back of here. That's going to save me a little bit of time when I assemble this thing back and forth. I can just run a bolt through the back of there and tighten it down with one with a wrench on the outside. Don't have to have a wrench on the back of here, but yeah, this came out pretty good. I haven't welded in a while, so excuse my cobble together TIG welds, but hey, I welded the whole thing without having to sharpen my tungsten, so I don't even think I dipped it in there one time, did I? I think we're pretty good on that. So yeah, time to go in the house, eat, but just giving you guys a little update on the old freight shaker. Hopefully we should have this on there, and he looks very anxious to go in the house. I've overworked the crap out of him today. You can tell. Look at him. My mom's been feeding him way too much too. Look at him. He's getting some chunk on him. You can't even see his ribs anymore. You got some super chunk on you, snooper chunk. We need to find this filter. We need to run a Truck Pro, get one of these, and then we can put the system back together. We've got some new lines over here on the back of the Volvo. These lines are going to be our new feed and return lines going from the pump to the power steering box, and then from the power steering box back to the reservoir. And then I've got some 3/8 hose, some slip-on hose to go from the reservoir to the suction side on the pump. So that kind of concludes that. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up here, and give you some more updates on the freight shaker here in the next week or so. Hopefully we should be having the power steering wrapped up here in the next day, and then we can move on to some other stuff like finishing off this headache rack and some other little small things that we've got going on. But stay tuned, stay focused, and subscribe if you like it. I'm not going to tell you to just randomly subscribe to a channel, but what I do here is a little bit different than most people. As usual, everybody's YouTube channel is a little bit different.